Hello, Antonia Rolls here again. I'm creating a series of short videos on the aftermath of losing someone through suicide and addiction or addiction. I've lost both my sons to addiction and suicide, and this is a landscape many of us have to navigate. So, I want to talk about suffering. I think nobody is born into this world, into a land of sunshine, roses and sweeties. This is not possible. And if we are the most boring person on earth. There is no reason for living if it's all plain sailing. The whole purpose of our human experience is to overcome, to understand the quality of life and light and joy and love, which we can't do unless we experience the opposite. So one of the ways that we know what we do want is to experience what we don't want. And a great many of us have spent a lot of time experiencing the things that we don't want, and often not through choice. I didn't choose for my boys to die, and yet here I am. I've been widowed twice. I've lost mother, father, brother. I didn't ask for any of that, but the suffering that has gone alongside that has made me understand that the human condition can handle it. We can handle it. Most of us can handle it. And I think that suffering is an essential part of life. And I hate suffering. I'm actually by nature a blob. I'd like to just sit on the sofa and doom scroll and eat donuts and drink tea. That's what I'd like to do, but life has given me a whole load of other stuff. And at heart, that's my go-to place when I really want to disconnect. But life has given me a whole other load of stuff to deal with. And I was thinking recently about suffering, how if we're religious, we're promised love from God, and we're promised light and good things. But we're not told that those are just going to come out of the sky and we don't have to work for them. We do have to work for them. The wisest people I know are those who have suffered and chosen to live. The wisest and most amazing people I know are those who have been handed real difficulties, and somehow they have found their way through those difficulties, have come out the other side. And they are the kind of people I would go to for advice. I would go to if I need a friend, because they know how bad things can be, and they also know how they can come through it and how we can come through it. So what about me? Well, I have lost my sons. I now have cancer, which I'm going to be fine. I'm going to have an operation, and that's going to be fine. But what about all this suffering? I've lost a partner, I've lost a husband, I've lost two sons, mother, father, brother. There's been a lot of losing. And yet I am absolutely determined and convinced that the light is stronger than ever because of the darkness that I've been in. So I think that I have to go through this cancer journey, yeah, on top of the deaths of the boys, yeah, and yet I'm still breathing, I'm still alive. There is hope. I choose hope. I choose the light, because I could choose otherwise. And I'm painting, as many of you know, this exhibition called Beloved, which is bringing suicide and addiction deaths into the light. I mean, this is going to be something which is quite dark. I mean, you can see that's not a very nice image there, but this is only the beginning. It's, addiction and suicide is pretty bad stuff. So this is going to reflect my feelings about addiction, and there will be another painting to go with this, which is about the light. So there will be a diptych. It's a diptych, two paintings that go together. But I think that I'm going to be fine. Even if my body is not fine, I'm going to be fine, because I have to go through this cancer. God is not going to just whisk the cancer away saying, oh, sorry, that was a mistake. It was not really meant for you. Carry on looking for the light. You've had enough with the boys. I have this cancer journey to go through, and I know I can handle it. Even if I die, which I hope I don't. Because why is it that it's okay? It's okay on one level and it's not okay on another level. My body will have to suffer. I will have to feel stress and anxiety. I'm surrounded by friends and family. I have my art. But I believe that suffering has such a purpose. When I come through this, I'm going to understand how people with cancer feel. I'm going to understand how it is to feel vulnerable through illness. I'm going to understand how it is to accept help from other people, when me, as a giver, I just give because I find it difficult to receive. I'm being asked to receive. You can do nothing else. If you don't receive, you don't survive. Receive. So I'm being asked to do this. I'm being asked to be vulnerable. When I come through this, I will know how it feels when people are talking to me about their cancer journeys or their difficulties, illnesses, vulnerabilities. I'll have been given this experience. It's going to be very valuable. And if I do have to die, which I won't, not yet, this cancer is not expected to kill me, then that's another thing I'll have to face. And there is always the light. Even when we feel the light has gone out and the darkness has completely overwhelmed us, there is always the light. There is always the light. And it's just waiting for us to find it. And I say, when you're in the darkness and you can't imagine that the light is there, look for a source of light. It may be a candle, an electric light. It may be a torch. It may be the reflection of light on some metal. Look for light. It's a circuit breaker. Start from there. The light is always there. Open the curtains. Look at the sky. Even if the sky is grey, that grey sky is lighter than the dark that you are in. So one final little thing which blows my mind is that I have endometrial cancer, which is in my womb where the boys came from. And my youngest son that died was called Dimitri. So I have endometrial cancer. I believe we're all mind, body, spirit. We're a great deal more complicated than we think, and a great deal more wonderful and beautiful and perfect than we think. But I have endometrial cancer in my womb where the boys came from. Right. Let's deal with it. God bless. I hope your day is good, and speak soon.